2-1.
What is good, Banter Bros Nation? We're back on the podcast for episode 2, once again with my good friend Chris,
How's it
as
going?
it's going to be customary. So we're here a couple days, after the last one to kind of give you guys a debrief of, our Champions League predictions, how the games went, where we went right, where we went wrong, and, some other news and how we're feeling for some of the league matches on the weekend here. So, let's just start with the big headline, heavy hitter headline. PSG 4-1 Barca. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Um, Surprised a little bit that it was a 4-1 game at Camp Nou. I thought it would have been a lot closer. I mean, obviously on predictions, I suggested a draw. That's what I thought would happen. But Mbappe just was Mbappe and turned it up. You know.
That is very true. I actually had the pleasure of being able to watch that game on split screen, side by side on the same TV with the Liverpool Salzburg game. So I saw the Mbappe hat trick, and he was going off. Just doing, I guess you could say he's doing what Mbappe does, but it was really seriously impressive, especially the third goal that he scored, where he gets the ball on the edge of the box and just first touch finesses into the top corner. That was really impressive. My friend was like, did he take a touch? Did he take a touch?" And they showed the replay. He didn't take a touch. It was literally just the first time, and then just bended it in. So that was um, that was pretty crazy from Mbappe. I guess you could kind of say it was a coming of age moment for Mbappe for sure. I'm not sure if it's his first Champions League hat trick. It might be. But either way, it was a big moment, and the Moise Kean goal too wasn't that bad either. It was a good cross and a good header. But also I remember watching the penalty that Barcelona got and thinking it was like one of the most ridiculous penalties that I've ever seen. The De Jong just barely gets his ankle clipped, and it's because it's in the air. He's running and he brings his back leg up, and then he gets clipped, and he goes down in the box and gets a PK for it. If I were the ref, I wouldn't have called that. I don't think that was a good penalty. I don't have a dog in this fight. Like, I'm not a PSG fan, I'm not a Barcelona fan, but I just don't think that should have been a penalty. Regardless, it doesn't really matter except for aggregate score. And I love to say that Barca's in the mud, Barca's done, but last time PSG had a big lead on Barcelona, we all know what happened. So we'll see. I feel like this time will be different, though. I don't think Barca will have it in them to come back again.
Yeah.
I
I
do
mean,
want to mention, though.
if
Sorry,
you're
go
if you're
ahead. Go ahead.
if you're Barcelona, like, what are you thinking right now? I mean, you're down basically. I mean, what, 8-1 right now, right?
I mean, yeah, it's not that bad because if they go back to PSG and they score, then it'll be even out on away goals.
Yeah, you fit. Yeah,
Um,
I know, but
but yeah,
you're thinking like, I, you're thinking how are they going to come back? Do you think they have it in them to come back 4-1?
they have to win 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. Yeah,
They
you
have
think
to
they
win
have?
4-0. They can't even. I mean, they've done it before. Do I think they have it this time to do it again? This time they don't have Neymar, they don't have Sergio Roberto,
And they're on the road.
stuff like that, and they're on the road. They were. I think they were on the road last time too.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Maybe they were Camp Nou. I can't remember. It was a few years back now, but yeah, so they've come back against PSG before. PSG have been reputations of chokers. So um, we'll see what happens. I do want to say I saw a really funny video clip of Gerard Piqué just yelling at his teammates. Basically, a lot of expletives in Spanish. Basically, like f this, f that. We haven't had any long moments of possession. We're running around like crazy. I'm getting killed out here. Like and then Griezmann was telling him to calm down, and then
Mhm.
it was like, no, Griezmann, screw off. Like, you calm down. We need something to happen. So I thought that was interesting because I wasn't quite sure if it was a leadership moment or if it was a decapitation moment. If that was the moment Barca gave up, or if that was the moment they tried to come back. You know what I'm saying? Um, I guess PK was trying to be a leader there, but it, I don't know. We'll see.
It's all about how the team responds, I guess, right?
Yeah, literally.
Bad time
How
for
much? How
Shakira,
much?
I bet.
Yeah. The hips. Maybe they do lie. Maybe the hips lie. Who
Maybe those
knows?
hips do lie.
Um, but I just wonder if Messi's gonna have it in him to come back, and have that kind of the drive. Um, because I don't know. I just feel like he's just kind of not like he's completely out of it, but just like he's not 100% in it anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I-
I don't
You,
know
you,
though.
you got to
We'll
think at
see.
the
I'm
end of
not
the
questioning
season,
this.
if you have this going on, and say they go back to PSG and they get demolished, sit. I mean, it's
Yeah,
looking pretty good. I mean, PSG is one of those teams that's in the bidding for Messi.
true. No, there's not many. So
There's not many. I mean, City with Pep, but
I'd rather he go to PSG. I do not want him to go to Man City either, as a
I'd
Liverpool
like to see him in
fan.
the Premier League, but I don't want to see him go to City.
Yeah, and it would be kind of cool because maybe Stoke City will get promoted, and then they can finally answer the question of whether Messi can do it on a rainy night in Stoke. That would be kind of funny. But speaking of the Premier League, let's talk about the next game that we predicted: Liverpool 2-0 Salzburg. I can't remember my prediction exactly. I want to say I said it was going to
I
be
believe you said 3-1, maybe 2-1.
3-1. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, um, that I mean, obviously as a Liverpool fan myself, I'm really happy about that result. I think it was pretty much deserved. I watched the game as well live, and for most of the game, Liverpool were just slicing them open with you know some passes and some through balls and because Leipzig played a good or no sorry Salzburg they played not like a high line, but they definitely played a bit of a high line and had some trouble guarding Mane and Salah. So um, we'll see. But wait. I swear, dude, I swear they played Leipzig, not Salzburg.
I typed it wrong.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I never went back and edited it. I realized when I typed it in. I was thinking like the Red Bull,
Yeah,
and then yeah.
yeah, so they played Leipzig, and I was confused. 'Cause I remember Upamecano was playing. I was like, he doesn't play for Salzburg, he plays for Leipzig. But yeah, so Upamecano. It's funny because Bayern announced that they signed him like a day or two before this game, and then in this game he gave away the ball to Liverpool about 6-7 times. I'm not joking. So it was just everyone was like, "Yo, if I were Bayern, I'd be kind of worried." Because you just signed that center back for 53 million euros, and then that happens.
Yeah. It's
Um,
not a
but
good look, but it might just be a case of I don't know if I'm not saying he's that guy, but it might just be a case of just doesn't care as much now. He knows he's going to go to Bayern.
yeah, maybe. It is Liverpool too. Last time Liverpool played Bayern, we won 2-0. So, it could just be like the result of the gegenpressing system
Yeah.
that he was under pressure a lot and just was not comfortable. But like Gulak gave the ball away basically because they played the five at the back, kind of three at the back kind of formation. There's lots of space for Liverpool just to ping a long ball and have Mane and Salah try and run onto it. Happened so many times. So it's
And
good. I'm really glad we won 2-0 as a
it's like what
Liverpool
it's like what
fan.
I was saying in the last episode. It's that front three for Liverpool is going to take them. If they go, the team goes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, pretty much. And we had a good performance from the center back, the new guy Ozan Kabak. He played pretty well, and he got man of the match, I do believe. So that's cool. It's good to see him actually doing well because injuries and all that. And I saw he was like only 20 years old or something like that. I don't know. Let me fact check that real quick. But I want to say he's only 20 years old from what I saw on social media. So um, yeah, Ozan Kabak is 20 years old. He's born on March 25th, 2000. So the 20-year-old center back is putting in some good work there, and he's still young. So I think if he puts in some more good work, we should look into signing him permanently and not just on a loan. I do know there's a option to buy clause, I think, for 20 million in his contract right now. And if he keeps playing well, Liverpool should think about that. I think definitely. But But yeah, did you want to talk about the next game, Dortmund Sevilla?
Yeah, Dortmund Sevilla. I mean, Dahoud. This is the guy.
Who?
Dahoud's the guy that when he came to Dortmund, I was really really hoping like that he would be like a big guy for us. Kind of
Yeah,
fill in a role that we needed. Um,
yeah, yeah.
Obviously it hasn't been, what I envisioned at
Superstardom.
least, the
Yeah,
stardom that I
yeah,
was really hoping for him. But showed up big today. Or yesterday, I guess, but showed up big, got the big goal, nice goal. If
yeah, yeah. He showed that the Hood is the dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. And then obviously you have Holland go in, you know, Holland just does Holland,
doing all things. I
doing
saw a
Holland
funny
things.
clip, a meme. It was like on social media. It was like it was from Rocky, and it's the villain from Rocky, like the blonde guy, and he's like Holland every time he has to play in the Champions League. I must break you. So
Dude, I feel like it's Holland every single game.
yeah, like I must break you. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, okay, yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny
I
to think
believe
that
it.
he's one. I mean, if you follow any of the Dortmund social media, you see that he's like one of like the most lighthearted guys out there. He's just a kid having
Yeah,
fun.
I know he's super funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's hilarious. But
like his nicknames are like the Terminator, bro, the Machine.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I will say after I mean I saw that Suso scored first, and I was just Sevilla
Panic
got out. And I'm
stations,
like,
panic
oh, here
stations.
we go again. Dortmund's gonna carry on the poor form they had. What I'm hoping
Yeah,
for this game, for after this game, is that hopefully this helps turn things around for them in the Bundesliga as well.
yeah, because they need to really get Champions League
They
spots
they
if
they
nothing
need to
else.
figure it out
So
bad.
what I want to know is, and I'm not exactly sure about this, if Dortmund, let's say, wins the DFB Pokal, because I think they're still in that tournament. Like the German League Cup.
Uh-huh.
If they win that, do they get a spot in the Champions League? Is that how that works, or is it Europa League? I'm not sure.
I'm not 100% sure.
Um,
Um, I don't know. I would imagine that it'd be similar to the FA Cup.
yeah, because doesn't the winner of the FA Cup get a Champions League spot, or am I
I
just way off base here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me look it up real quick. DFB Pokal winner.
Spot in Champions League. Top four sides Champions League, the FA Cup winners, and the league's fifth place go to the Europa League. So that's how it works for England.
Okay. So I believe if you win the DFB Pokal, which is the German Cup, that you get a spot in the Champions League.
Champions League, not the Europa League.
I do believe so because it says here in the oh, excuse me. No, 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 no. I think it's the Europa League. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you win that, you get qualified into the Europa League. So never mind. I was just thinking that maybe Dortmund could focus on winning the Pokal and then get into the Champions League. That
Yeah,
way,
no. I mean,
um,
I think, is they have to at the very least make the Europa League. If they don't make that, then they're really, really screwed. If they make Champions League,
yeah,
they're gonna be all
yeah.
set. It's whatever.
I,
How
I
about
think
how
they
about
will. They're supposed
how about they just win the Champions League, right out.
yeah, yeah. Win the Champions
Take
League.
down everyone.
You know, it could be made easier for them if shouldn't things go their way and
If they play how they can play, then like, to their best potential,
yeah,
there's a good chance
yeah,
for them. If they don't play to their potential, then it's absolutely, you see the two sides of Dortmund. Dortmund need to play very, very,
yeah.
very well. And then but there's the other side of Dortmund where they just have those games where they just come out and lay an egg, you know?
Yeah, yeah, they look lethargic a lot of times. It's funny because I feel like the Dortmund attack is I would say good enough to win the Champions League. When
Oh, the attack.
Haaland,
I mean,
Royce,
Holland by himself is just amazing. He's a monster. There's a reason
yeah, Haaland, Royce,
there's a reason he's getting the looks at from all these big clubs like Madrid and Barcelona, and
Yeah.
United.
Big clubs.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, but anyway, I think that the attack is good enough. I saw a stat where Royce is playing. He's doing a lot of pressures on the other team and winning the ball at a high success rate right now. So that's good. I'm wearing his jersey right now. My favorite player. So, but yeah, the attack is good enough to win the Champions League, and the midfield is decent enough. But it's the question for me of the defense and the keeper. I
Yeah.
don't think Marvin hits unless he pulls out like a Roman Weidenfeller, performance for the rest of the Champions League, that he's good enough to win the Champions League. I don't think, you know,
I would agree. I don't think he's the guy.
Guerrero, and they were playing some guy I never heard of at right back the other day against Sevilla. I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, they played the guy named Mori. I don't know, More, Mateu More.
Yeah. I think
And
it's just they're trying to find a replacement for Mounier, to be honest with you.
I guess, yeah. Statistically, he lost the most duels in the match with 8. So,
Yeah, I didn't, I was a little, I was questioning it when they were playing him, but I figure at this point how bad they've been playing, you got to figure something out.
yeah, I
You
would.
want to try
I
to make
mean,
a change, throw somebody else out there, go ahead.
the thing is Mounier is on the bench, so he's not. He wasn't out injured.
No,
So,
no,
because
I
we thought
just
he was injured, according because our sources told us he was out injured. But apparently no, he was actually on. I saw the starting lineup from Dortmund, and they tweeted it out, and he was on it. So it's
if
interesting.
I think that honestly, if you could find a way to get Nico Scholes and Guerrero in the game at the same time, that would
Yeah,
be your best chance.
you would think, but this manager doesn't apparently think so. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think Dortmund need to get some players back before they can really challenge for the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I said what was our predictions for this game? I said Dortmund was going to win,
I think I said a 1-1 draw
and
just
I'm
because
pretty
of
sure I'm pretty sure I said 2-1 because I wanted back the boys.
you did. I said a 1-1 draw.
Um, and it was 3-2, which is not exactly what I wanted. I was hoping for a 3-1. Especially after I saw it was 3-1. Obviously, because A, I would have been right my predictions and I could have bragged about that, but also,
Got the late
aggregate
goal.
score. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got a late goal, but it's fine because they were in Spain. So,
Yeah.
Sevilla was still in Spain, just without the S after the game.
Mhm.
But 3 away goals is really good
Yeah.
because you go back to Germany or wherever they're going to play the game, because it's probably not
Germany,
going to be in
Hungary,
Germany. Hungary probably.
Yeah.
And you're going to go back there with 3 away goals and the aggregate lead. So, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think
You're
we're going
basically
to do
going into
well
the game
next.
starting up 1 goal.
Yeah. So, and even if they score 1, you're kind of up 2 in a way,
Yeah.
because even if they score
You're still tied.
1,
It's just an even game again.
you're still no, but they'll win on away goals. You see,
Oh yeah.
because Dortmund have 3 away goals, and at that point, Sevilla will only have 1.
Mhm.
So Sevilla need to win by 2 goals in order to win this game.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, so it's not exactly insurmountable for Sevilla. They can definitely do it if Dortmund lays an egg, as they've been known to do. But I somehow I do not think that will happen.
No, I hope
We'll see
not.
though. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping
Already,
they're gonna get turned around in Bundesliga too. So
yeah.
hope they'll figure it out.
Yeah, like same with Liverpool for the Premier League, just get some confidence going and stop sliding down the table. So moving on to the last match of the Champions League this week, we had Porto Juventus, and remember my prediction? I said 3-0 Juventus. I didn't give Porto.
I think I said 3-1.
Yeah, I didn't give Porto a single chance in hell that they were winning this game. But
Nope, I didn't.
wrong.
I didn't think it would happen.
They proved me wrong, and the questions marks are going to be, what happened to Juve? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will be like, well, you should talk about how good Porto was, the fact that they were able to win. And yeah, that's true. Pepe had a good game at center back, the former Real Madrid man, former Ronaldo teammate, both for both Portugal and Real Madrid. So they defended well, obviously, because they kept their lead. But I think it's more of a what went wrong at Juve in this specific game because of the fact that they conceded both goals, within a minute or two after kickoff in each half.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you saw that first goal. That was just that was awful. How they gave it away.
Yeah.
It was a pass from ball to Chesney.
From
Chesney
Bernadeschi.
plays it slow.
Chesney
Passes
played
it
it
to
to
the defender.
Bernadeschi,
Yeah,
and then Bernadeschi just didn't know, what to do with it and gave it back.
absolutely awful pass back to Chesney, and just
Yep.
lays it in there. Basically, just got the assist for the goal.
So yeah, Banter is definitely getting some abuse for that one, and he kind of deserved it a little bit. But I don't. The second goal was just kind of like Juve hadn't really clocked in for the second half yet. It was just a couple passing moves. The guy got out wide and cuts it back across goal and it gets tapped in by Marega. I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, are you
On the
guys
near
not
post
paying
too.
attention? Yeah, it's like, are you guys still asleep? Did you not get a second half, or a halftime pep talk from Pirlo? Like, what's going on here? That's sometimes when I would look to the manager, to see if he could have done better to get his team engaged in the game. Because when you do that, when you concede goals right off a kickoff in both halves, that's really bad. Because especially in one of the halves, you're going to have the kickoff. So if you concede a goal really quickly after kickoff in both halves, that means you lost the ball and then proceed to get scored on after having your own kickoff. That shouldn't happen at the professional level, especially in the Champions League, especially for Juventus who want to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of Juve fans talking about bad businesses by the, I don't know if it's a director. I think it's one guy, the general manager, whatever. No, I'm not sure the exact technical role, but just talking about how he, that guy signed a bunch of players for different managers and then sacked those managers later on, signing, what's it, Artur, for a certain manager, signing Kulusevski for Sarri and then sacking Sarri after that. So now you're stuck with players that the manager doesn't really want. So there's some criticisms of that. Also like not, getting rid of Cancelo, they said was a mistake. And yeah, I don't know, some bad business by Juve there, I think, is costing a little bit.
If you look at the stats for the game, though, I mean, Juve still had 66% possession. Their pass accuracy was 86% still compared to Porto's 69%.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the stats that way, I mean, it looks like Juve played better and they should have won the game based off how they played, or for the statistics wise. I mean, they both had similar. I mean, Porto had 8 shots. Juve had 12, but they both had 5 shots on target.
It's worth noting that they got the away goal in the 83rd minute. So technically they lost 2-1, but that away goal from Chiesa. I didn't see the goal. I had an exam, but the fact that they do have an away goal is good for them. Because now they only need to go back to Italy and win 1-0, and then they're through.
Yeah. Which I mean, they very well could do. They easily could do that if they all they have to do is show up and actually play.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's Ronaldo. You really think he's not going to let his team's not going to score once at
for a
home?
hat trick, and make it no sweat.
The last time this happened, they were down 2-0 to Atletico Madrid, and Diego Simeone did his hands in the crotch, hip thrust, and then Ronaldo scores a hat trick, albeit with the penalty kick in the second leg, and they win 3-2. And then he does the Simeone, hands on the cojones, manos y cojones, celebration, and you just throw it in their face, and so you never really want to count out Cristiano in the Champions League, especially down 2-1 with an away goal. Like Barca, with Messi, 4-1 is a lot bigger of a lead. You do still have the away goal, but then you've got to win. You gotta you gotta win at home. No, they don't have the away goal because PSG they were in the Camp Nou, so Barca doesn't have an away goal. PSG has 4 away goals.
That's what I was saying. It was like the 8-1, but then you got to go
yeah,
back, and then if they win 4-0, then they win. But
yeah,
they even have the exact same result, just reversed. I mean, it's still a draw at that point, and then they're gonna go to extra time penalties.
yeah, yeah. So it's obviously it's happened before, like Liverpool 4-0 Barcelona. That happened, but that's not easy. Not every team can just come in and go, yes, we're gonna score 4 goals.
Oh
You're not
yeah,
gonna score
no,
any.
no.
So I think it's two completely different situations between Juventus's fortunes and Barcelona's fortunes
Mhm.
right now.
I mean, you're basically
Uh,
starting an even game if you're Juve versus Porto. It's
yeah,
basically
yeah,
winner
I
takes
mean,
all.
yeah, exactly. You just got to win the game.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, unless Porto gets some away goals, and then you got to factor in those.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
but it's Juventus should win this, is what I'm saying, and if they don't win this, it will probably be a failure for them as opposed to a really good performance from Porto. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It'll merits will still be given to Porto for actually winning, pulling off the upset,
you
and a lot
definitely
of
should give them
money.
credit. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Juve is a good side. I mean, you can't just say,
yeah.
hey,
But
Porto didn't just, they just lucked into it.
you know what? Weston McKennie is going to score the goal that takes you to the next round, bro.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
telling you
I'm,
right now.
I'm all for the American scoring.
Bro, he shows up in the big time games when he needs it. Yeah. So he's learning the clutch gene from Ronaldo.
I'll take it.
Um,
Taking the World Cup too.
so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the Champions League recap for us. That's how the games went, everything like that. So now we're just gonna move on to some headlines we've seen around the internet and what our thoughts are on those. So, Chris, you want to go first and talk about the first topic that we've got written
Yeah,
down
let me
here?
go ahead and pull it up again real quick. Sorry. We talking about the Mbappe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there's an article that came out. Mbappe wants to get the same salary as Neymar, which I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, I think it might be warranted. You don't know necessarily, but you don't
Yeah.
know how he's going
It
to do in the
depends.
future. Obviously, he's
It
still
depends what
very young.
Neymar's salary is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if Neymar's salary is affordable to have for another player, the only issue I would say is that, um, it's like a genie in a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mbappe is a superstar or a
Uh-huh.
superstar in the making at the very least. So you need to pay him like a superstar or a superstar in the making. But also, say you've got someone else in that PSG squad who's, you know, up for a new contract,
Uh-huh.
and you've just signed Mbappe to a new contract, which makes him, let's say, 300,000 euros a week, right? Whatever it is, ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the Neymar gets a lot of money, probably in that range too.
Yeah.
So then you're going to want every PSG player with a higher salary. So it inflates the wage bill, and we'll see what happens. But on the flip side, they can't just stiff him and give him a bad offer,
Yeah.
and then
I
have him
mean,
go to. You know
there's
what I'm
also
saying? Like it's.
go ahead.
I was like say it's a balance, like a kind of a precipice for the PSG business people to kind of navigate and say
Hmm.
like what's the worth, how much can we afford to overpay with that, otherwise you risk losing him, and you
Uh-huh.
don't want to lose him to PSG. If you're PSG, the last thing you want is Mbappe to walk out the door and go to Real Madrid, even
Yeah.
if they
That
pay 200, even
yeah,
if Real Madrid pays 200 million euros for him, because I heard that was the price. I heard that PSG wants 200 million for Mbappe. But even if they pay that ridiculous price, you still want to keep Mbappe because he's going to be, probably the next superstar.
yeah.
Um, moving on to a little bit of a side note, everyone's saying that the next Messi versus Ronaldo is going to be Mbappe versus Haaland.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing too. Yeah.
Uh, I've been seeing a lot of media like recently hype, you know, get on the hype bandwagon for this. Like, Haaland's going to be the next Ronaldo, Mbappe is the next Messi, whatever, whatever, whatever. But the only issue is they don't play the same way. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, Haaland plays a bit like Ronaldo, but not. He doesn't have the step overs, the dribbling, all that stuff. He does a couple step overs. He can dribble pretty well, and he's
He's
got the
just
power,
strong,
but
man.
he's not. He's a strong. He's strong. So he's more athletically inclined in the way that Ronaldo is. But Mbappe is also a bit like Ronaldo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's nobody like Messi that's going to come up and unless you want to talk about maybe Phil Foden, but I don't think he's gonna ever reach that elite
I
level status of Messi. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that's really that Messi type of player. The short kind of really tricky winger
mhm.
you can never get the ball off of.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody that's gonna be that level, at least that I can see for now.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting, but yeah, about like the next generation of Mbappe and Haaland. I was like, okay, I can
I mean,
see
it'll
it.
be fun,
It'll
but
be fun.
yeah.
It'll be sad though. If Ronaldo and Messi both don't make it out of this round of the Champions League, and it's like you can kind of see the decline, year by year of these two great players.
Mhm.
So it's kind of sad actually. Um,
Now, would you say that I don't know. I think it's probably more prevalent in Messi's case than it is in Ronaldo's case. But would you say the decline's kind of based about around maybe how the teams are being run?
yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think it helps. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
Barca's situation has been,
I mean,
financially.
Barca's well documented, but
They've been struggling for time now. It's not just this past year or whatever. They've
mhm.
been struggling for a few years now with their financial situation. So,
Struggling
and
before Neymar left.
yeah. And then the new like guy, Jean Laporta, he says he's gonna get Haaland. He's gonna go all out for Haaland if he gets reelected at Barcelona. And I ask you, with what money?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? They're
I mean,
already having to sell players to pay off debt. They're already having to do all this. You're telling me they're gonna be able to afford Erling Haaland?
yeah. Hey, man, if you're gonna do it now though. Don't wait because that price tag is just gonna keep going up. I mean, we already see the Mbappe price tag. Holland's been on the scene for less time. Give him a little bit more time. He's gonna be at that 200 million price tag pretty soon.
I suppose if he's not there already. I mean, even if he's not at 200, he's probably already at 100,
I think a lot of people are valuing him at 90, but
90 million. But if you're Barcelona, you can't afford that shit. I'm sorry, you can't afford to buy a 90 million player.
I mean, unless you're taking Messi off, I guess, right? But
Well, it depends if Messi goes on a free or if he
yeah,
goes
that's true
for
too.
money. If Messi goes on a free, then you really can't afford jack shit.
No,
Because Messi is the most valuable asset they've got right now.
if you're Barcelona and you're actually realizing that you're going to lose out on Messi, you need to try to get some kind of a transfer for him.
Yeah, literally.
I know you're going to throw I mean, we talked about the Brinks check for Ramos, but like the Brinks check for Messi, I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to figure it out somehow to get some kind of you know some kind of money back.
Yeah, there was a report that came out that said Messi was on 400,000 euros a week.
Hmm. And that goes back
Like,
to the Mbappe thing too. If Mbappe wants a salary like Neymar, there's no shot they're going to afford Messi, right? I mean,
yeah, I know. I wouldn't say no shot because PSG are like,
they got lots of money, but like,
big money ballers. But
what team are they going to have after that? I mean, that attack will be nasty,
yeah,
but what team are they going to have?
that's kind of the reason why I don't feel like a lot of people are going to be interested in Messi is because his salary is just too damn high.
And the
Uh,
age now. He's
and
getting
the
older.
age. You know what I'm saying? Like Man City maybe. Um, but then again, you've already got Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, playing on that right wing. So Messi's going to play where essentially.
Yeah. And then
So
I mean,
you're not going to play Foden. You're not going to play, De Bruyne. Like,
mm-mm.
okay, left wing. Play Messi on the left wing. All right, well, you're not going to play Raheem Sterling then. You're not going to play Foden on the left. You know what I'm saying? When you play him center forward, okay, Aguero's not in the picture. Jesus is out of the picture now.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's definitely something interesting. He goes to PSG and he starts probably Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's MMN,
Yeah.
right? But or Eminem, that would be
Eminem.
sick.
Yeah.
Eminem, that would be sick. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Eminem.
Give him a
Um,
sponsorship.
yeah, exactly. Sponsor us and sponsor them too. But
That'd be a great
yeah, I mean,
commercial.
it's possible, but that would be close to €1 billion a week.
Yeah.
A week. Who
Yeah.
can
No.
fucking afford that on 3 players? Not to mention Di Maria, Icardi, Verratti,
We're talking.
Marquinhos,
Wait, hold
Navas.
on. Slow down. Slow
Like,
down. We're talking about 300,000, 300,000, 400,000, probably, right?
yeah,
I mean,
probably.
that'd be a million, but yeah, still a million a week.
Oh yeah, not a billion. Yeah, you're right. Just
Yeah,
one
yeah,
milli, but still a mil. $1 million a week is like
It's
not
still a lot of
including
money.
the rest of the squad is like I don't know if that's sustainable even for PSG.
It,
Um,
yeah, I mean, short-lived stint maybe, but not that long.
yeah. Do you think now I'm just proposing some random BS here, but do you think that they would do a swap deal Neymar for Messi?
I mean, I could see it. Is
Yeah.
that viable? Is that really what you want to do? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they could
But
also do a swap deal for Mbappe to Messi. But again, you're trading a youth, the next global superstar for one of the current global superstars.
I
You
mean,
know
I
what
could
I'm
definitely
saying?
see say offload the top three off of after Neymar, uh Neymar and Mbappe, your top three salaries. I could definitely see them off trying to offload that from Messi. But
Yeah, but they would never give up both of them for Messi. No way.
no. I'm saying Mbappe and Neymar, they would stay, and then say I don't know what the salaries are. Say like Verratti and I don't know who their top three salaries are after them, but I could see them
Yeah.
offloading that to try to player swap like the top three in cash. You know,
I mean, it's definitely doable. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But then
Mhm.
again, what's PSG's goal?
I mean, it's got to be to win Champions League, right?
Right, because they win the league damn near every year.
Yeah,
So their goal is to win the Champions League.
yeah.
Um, and if that's your goal, great. You've got Eminem up top. Cool. What's your defense looking like? What's your midfield look like? If you have to gut your team in order to afford this front three,
I mean, I gotta assume, right? You're gonna have to get rid of Marquinhos, probably, maybe a Verratti, and then I mean, what a Keylor Navas, maybe. I mean, you got Ter Stegen. They probably don't want
uh,
Keylor Navas, but I mean,
you're
you know
gonna
what I'm
have to
saying.
put like Kimpembe, Kerr,
You're gonna have to go with some
and
talent too. I mean, Kapembe is really good, but
get Areola back from Fulham and play him, something like that.
yeah,
But it's one of those things where it's like they got Juan Bernat too. Is it financially viable? That's another question.
yeah.
So um, then we've also got here talking about Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, saying that criticizing Willian is not unfair. Um, that's kind of interesting to me because this is a case where his coach is not backing his player. You know, he's like, yeah, that's perfectly valid to criticize the guy who's not been playing well. So I mean, is it logical? Is it you know yeah, it's logical. It makes sense. You criticize someone who's not doing well, so they do better. Sure.
I don't know. I think Arteta's in the heart is gonna be in the hot seat here pretty quick
Yeah,
if
agreed.
he's
I,
not
I don't
already in.
think I don't think it's a good look for the locker room when you're publicly saying, yeah, it's okay to criticize this guy because he sucks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, or he's
I mean,
sucking
you're
currently.
basically creating another Mesut Ozil situation.
Well, that's a little bit more nuanced because of the whole, weaker Muslim thing in China that Ozil was talking about, and that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
bad for
yeah,
business. But this would be a case of like where, Willian has friends like David Luiz, right?
yeah,
David Luiz and Willian played together at Chelsea, I think. They played together for Brazil, so they're buddies. You know what I'm saying? So if
yeah,
Willian gets frozen out or criticized by the coach,
Mhm.
you can be damn sure his buddy David Luiz isn't gonna be happy about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And David Luiz is probably the leader of that defense right now.
Sadly,
They've got what's up?
I said sadly because that defense has been.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
They got a new Brazilian too, Gabriel, another Brazilian. So the point is, there's 3 Brazilians at Arsenal right now, and you've criticized one of them. From a political standpoint, I'm not sure how good that is. It's like, okay, fine, you want to light a fire under Willian to make him, play better, right?
yeah,
Fair enough. My question is, why did you sign Willian when you have Pepe?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, here's also. I mean, I think Arteta on the hot seat. I mean, he might just be trying to make some kind of last ditch effort to go ahead and try to say, hey, um, you know, it's not me. These players don't want to play. These players play like crap. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
trying to
mean,
send it, trying to save his own job.
he's not wrong because he's played like Emil Smith Rowe, Saka. The youngsters are Martinelli. The youngsters are doing well.
Mhm.
Um, and they're playing and they're getting results. But Willian has been terrible. and sometimes it's okay, but I think the manager has to be more careful. And
Yeah.
I don't, I use the phrase "back your boys" a lot, but in this instance, I think it really applies for a manager and a coach. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to openly, like, you don't want to pull a Mourinho. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Why
Yeah.
is it that in Jose Mourinho's third season at a club, everything goes to shit because they start getting found out, teams figure out how the system works, they counter the system, Mourinho gets frustrated, players get frustrated, he starts blaming the players,
Stop.
loses the locker room, and then he gets fired. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've got to really make sure that you have the support of your team.
That's my manager.
What's up?
So that's my manager.
Mourinho? Yeah, for now. For now.
For now.
We'll see if shit goes down in his third season.
I mean, they're playing.
If
They're
nothing
playing.
else, we have the Amazon Prime documentary.
I mean, yeah. I trust me. I've
That's
watched the
that's the
crap out of
biggest
that.
W for Spurs in the last 10 years, and that's including the Audi Cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, enough bashing of Spurs. Arsenal are just as bad. But they've won a few FA Cups since. But anyway,
We got Spurs playing today in the Europa League. So see how it goes.
really, who are Spurs playing? I'm not.
They're playing. Who are they playing?
I don't pay attention to
Wolf-
such trivial competitions.
They're playing Wolfsburger.
Wolfsburg. Okay.
No, Wolfsburger.
Wolfsburger?
Yeah.
The heck? Really?
Yeah. Wolfsburger AC.
Huh.
They're Austrian team.
Okay. In the Europa League round of 32. Well, they're already up 1-0.
I know. I saw that.
Minute.
Heung-min Son, baby.
Bale with the assist. Okay, good.
Love it. Love to see that guy play well.
Love to see Bale doing well.
Dude, I just want Bale to figure it out after he's left Madrid now. Just
Yeah.
Dude, Bale's my guy when he's playing in Madrid and go. Oh.
Yeah. He is definitely. I'm hoping he goes better. I like watching Bale. I like Bale in the Prem. Obviously he's Welsh.
Football's just better when Bale's playing well.
Yeah, exactly. Football when Bale is playing well is just much better. I kind of wish he would cut his hair though, because I don't think the man bun is a look compared to it. Remember his old Tottenham haircut?
He's been wearing it for a while. I mean, I say let's go back to the old haircut.
Try something new,
Try something new.
I tell you, like I used to have. The viewers won't know this, but I used to have hair down on my shoulders, and I cut that shit off. Pardon my language. Yeah, I felt like a different person pretty much. So I certainly looked like it, but I definitely felt like a different person. So maybe Bale's gonna try the same thing. He's gonna cut it short.
Maurice Curious to Bale at Spurs. Bale right when he got to Madrid.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna return him to that stage of form, and then the Spurs are gonna go and win the Europa League. Excuse me. But for real though, how unfair is it that Tottenham is playing Wolfsburger AC, bro? Like their logo says whack. That's all you need to know, bro.
I trust me. If they don't get the job done, I mean, obviously they did well enough to make it out of the round of 32, or made it to the round of 32. So
yeah,
but,
yeah.
Tottenham just need to take care of business. I can't see this happen.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Tottenham is going to win this game. It's not a big deal.
Don't jinx it, man. I would like it if you could knock on some wood right now.
Well, you know what? I got some fake wood from IKEA right here. So.
All right, some good old IKEA wood.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Thursday. Wait. What's today's date? Oh, that's last week. That's next week. Okay, today's date. Thursday, February. Okay, yeah. We could just go through some scores right now and some games that are currently happening. You've got Club Brugge drew 1-1 against Dynamo Kiev in the Europa League today. Nothing to note there. Roma is beating Braga 1-0. Dzeko scored that goal. Dinamo Zagreb is beating Krasnodar. Mislav Orsic, FIFA 20 legend, scored that goal there.
Orsic, yes.
FK Crvena
Ooh, we got Dele Alli back in the lineup.
Milan hasn't scored yet against FK Sveta. It's 0-0. Olympiacos and PSV Eindhoven are tied 1-1. Manchester United and Sociedad are drawing. Let's hope Man United loses there. Slavia Prague is drawing against Leicester 0-0.
Yeah, let's hope they lose so we can keep Haaland.
Young Boys is beating Leverkusen 1-0.
That's interesting.
Yikers. Arsenal Benfica hasn't kicked off yet. Napoli Granada. Lille Ajax. That's going to be a good game, dude. I'm telling you. Lille versus Ajax. We got our boy Tim Weah out there. Ajax is a good team. Not so good anymore now that they've lost some of their stars.
I'm interested in the move by Tottenham not playing Højbjerg.
Not playing who?
Højbjerg.
Oh, Højbjerg. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're saving him for the Premier League,
I guess. But good old Dele Alli's back. I like it.
Salzburg Villarreal. That's going to be an interesting game at noon today.
I'm rooting for Salzburg.
Yeah, it's Jesse Marsch, Brendan Aronson, of course.
Did you say they're playing Real Sociedad?
No, sorry. Villarreal.
Okay.
Sociedad's playing United right now.
Yeah.
So United in the Europa League. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough personal biases, So, besides that, I think we're going to wrap up the show here. Unless you have anything else you want to touch on.
We got any Americans? We got any Americans playing in Europa League today?
Let me look at who's playing. Like I said, Lille's playing Ajax.
We
could see Tim Weah playing. Salzburg, Brendan Aronson. I believe that they have another American out there now too. But I don't exactly remember who that is, but I know they have Brendan Aronson for sure and another American. So,
how do you think that game against the Arsenal Benfica game is going to go down?
Arsenal Benfica. I haven't seen lineups or anything. I don't know. I'm gonna say I have a feeling it's gonna be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
Huh.
If that's even possible. I don't know if they have away games or if they're going to. Yeah, they're gonna play it. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 legs. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 1-1 draw. They're playing in Italy. That's interesting. So this is technically Arsenal's home game, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
Or is it Portugal's home game?
I don't know.
Benfica's home game. That's confusing. Stuff like that. We have Roma. Roma's playing Braga. We might see Brian Reynolds play there. But he's not starting. I don't think. Yeah, no, he's not starting. He's just. Is he on the bench even?
That's weird. Roma's playing in Portugal. I mean, it's weird how they're doing the Arsenal game, and I don't know. I don't know.
It must be because Arsenal
rules.
Can't play. Like the English COVID rules, they probably have to play somewhere else. I think.
Probably. Well, let's look at Slavia Prague, right? They're playing. Well, I mean,
Prague is playing Leicester, and they're in Czechia. They're in the Czech Republic. So
yeah.
Man United is playing in Italy as well against Sociedad. So yeah, the thing is so that's technically a home game for Arsenal in the Stadio Olimpico in Rome. But yeah, we could see Balogun play for Arsenal, and he's a potential American player for us. So, Hoffenheim plays at noon, so we could see Chris Richards.
I hope so.
Back. So, I don't think he's not injured, so we should see Chris Richards play there. And then besides that, I can't think there's no, I don't think there's any Americans for Leicester.
I don't think so either.
At least not ones that are actually playing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Now, Club Brugge has Ethan Horvath in goal. Am I mistaken? Maybe I'm mistaken. Excuse me. Yeah, no, they do. He just on the bench. He didn't play today. The goalkeeper Horvath was benched for Simon Mignolet. So
Buffon got fined €5,000.
For what?
Blasphemous comments.
Really blasphemous comments. What
Let's
did
see what he
he
said.
say?
Juventus goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon has been fined €5,000, but avoided a suspension after using a blasphemous expression during Juventus 4-0 win at Parma in December. Committing the offense when shouting instructions to teammate. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna try to figure out what he said. I don't think they're gonna say it. That's the thing. They just said blasphemous comments. I don't know what he said. He was yelling at his teammate. So
Huh.
I don't know.
Blasphemous comments. That is a new one I've never heard before.
That's hey.
But let's be honest, €5,000 is probably like a tenth of his salary, bro. A weekly salary.
Yeah.
So he probably doesn't care too much. But yeah, dude, I think that's all we have to cover for today. We're looking forward to some good games at the weekends for the Premier League, and then we'll catch you guys back next week for some more Champions League predictions and a Premier League recap. So, yeah, we're gonna sign off here, in a moment when
Everton Liverpool on Saturday.
it's gonna be a good game.
Let's go Everton.
Fuck you. Cut.
See you later.